Go.
Hey, sorry about that. Well, the phone appears to be okay. So hopefully we'll be able to continue. I hope I can mesh those two videos back into one. For those of you who are wondering what I was just doing, I'm right there with you. I can't remember the last book I just did. So, let's move on, shall we? Walker Between the Worlds, the Western Mysteries from Shaman to Magus. Now, what a lot of people seem to think is, I've encountered this a lot, people like, well, there was no European shamans. Yeah, there were. We generally tended to call them witches and burn them. More than just witches, though, there were other traditions. And magic and spirituality, as a lot of the more natural traditions started to be hunted down in the streets, as it were, or in the wilderness, especially during the medieval and then into the Renaissance, people started to kind of move magic into the cities, hide it among civilization, and things became a lot more complicated. From what I understand, this kind of looks at the transition from a Celtic shamanism, and magic's kind of move into the cities and becoming much more hermetic. Interesting subject, a very interesting subject. Now this is a bit of an older book, Pauline Campanelli, illustrated by Dan Campanelli, if I recall, that's her husband. And if I recall, these were printed in 91 or 92? 2001. Okay, so that makes me feel old. I was initiated right after I remember when this book came out new. The Wheel of the Year, Living the Magical Life. This was one of my first introductions to the Wheel of the Year. Sadly, I have since lost this book. Rather, I think it was one of those loaned out and it never came back, which is why I bite the top of my books. Spoiler alert, if you borrow a book from me, you'll see my bite mark at the top of it. It's as distinctive as a fingerprint. It marks my book as my own, in a way that is far less fragrant than peeing on it. Now, the very last book in this box is one, ironically enough, that I was looking for a customer earlier today. I'm sorry I didn't find it, and now we know why, because it was well buried. Now, a lot of times people are empathic, and there's a lot of kind of guides on, this is what an empath is. Oh my gosh, are you an empath? But very, very rarely is there anything there'll be some shielding techniques, but not a lot of on the ground, in your shoes, day-to-day kind of survival techniques, and that's one of the reasons I got this. This is all about life strategies for sensitive people. It's called the Empath Survival Guide, and I'm really hoping it helps some people out. This copy of it, though, I'm afraid is on hold. Remember I mentioned that I was looking for this for a customer earlier. I told him that the moment I found it, it was going on the shelf, so I'm very, very sorry. I will, however, be getting this in more, so if this fascinates you and you're like, oh, why is it gone? Let me know, and I will add it to my next book order to make sure that you have a copy too. In the meantime, that's the end of this box. Oh, just one more. Uno mas. One more time, and then I can go home, and I can go to sleep, and you can stop watching me babble my face off. I'll see you one last time. Catch you soon.